So let's work on the doors. I can't figure out what they are. I already took the handles off. They were just Phillips screws, but I'm not sure what this is up in here. Looks almost like a hex bolt. It is probably a 7/16 or a 3/8 deep. So, because I gotta get this skin off so I can fix the door guts, you know, the regulator for the window. That's when actually, oh, the other one fits better. I had too big a socket on it. It's actually a 3/8. These armrests have never been off since I had this car. Somebody put them in there with friggin' lag screws. I guess the regular screws were shot. Alright, let's see how we get this thing off. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you take the whole skin off or you just take the middle part off. Be nice if that worked that way. I got my door trim puller rubber tool here. I know you can't see nothing. I can't see nothing. They're just little springy clippy things. Oh yeah, you don't need anything else but this panel off, luckily. I'd like to get some skins for this. But the really only thing that's wrong with them is the chrome stripe on them. The fake chrome has come off. Okay, there's the back rail. I think they're all just 1/2 inch. Yuck. They put some nasty crap in here. To try to deaden them on, they didn't even put the paper back, or so they did a half-ass job. I think these are just 1/2 inch bolts. 1, 2, 3. I thought there was 3 up here. And then there's 2 back here, 2 nuts that take off the track. And you can go up in there and take out the track and clean it. They say you want to put the window up. And tape it. So I'm going to go get some tape and tape that. Alright, the next plan is I have to add some tape to that window so it don't guillotine me fingers. So I got to get my Somewhere here I got a pair of scissors. Nah. God, don't matter. I'll just cut it with my teeth. I gotta get this window secured so it don't do the chop on me or pinch me. Now I need to find the 1/2 inch. We're going to take this out and clean it up good before we try to put the other one back in, you know. Just throw the bolts on the floor. Whole thing is loose almost. So what you got to do is you got to work it forward. Oh, they're really stuck. Really sticky. You want it to slide forward and off the track. There's a roller up here on this track. I got to get a C-clamp and some blocks of wood. That'll fix that bitch. Okay, so now I got the door clamped, the glass at the top. I'm going to lower you down here. Give you a better view. So I'm going to be working inside there, which again isn't going to be very easy for you guys to see what I'm doing. But I've taken out the 4 bolts. That hold the regulator in place. I think they've got it. Come out of the front of the track. Oh, come on. Don't come out of the back of the track. What the hell? Oh, it's hitting the... There's a stop or something right here. Oh, come out. All right. Now you just weasel it out the door here. So that's that beast. This long guy goes into the upper track. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. And that's all that holds that one. And then this bottom one goes in this track. I'm going to take this track out and clean it. And I'm going to get in there and oil and clean the upper track too. It doesn't seem too dirty. Let me get the door lock changed while I'm at it here. Gotta go find some spray. Alright, helps if you can see. Yeah. I gotta find a long screwdriver now that I can put against that and give it a whack. Get it? I got it. All right. So that comes out of the door lock. And then there's a flat tabby thing that you got to pull out and the lock will fall right out. You just got to figure out how to get a hold of that sucker. I need something with like a hook on it. I got channel locks here somewhere. Let's see if I can. Of course, there's like sharp sheet metal screws sticking through everywhere in here. There's the clip. All right. So that mofo may come right out through the front. All right. There we go. The lock that don't work. Now I hope that my new locks look like this. So I'm trying to get the flat clip that holds the lock in the door to snap over the lock. Of course, there's no way you can push it from back there, so I'm trying. A block of wood and a mallet. And dadgummit, that's it, she's in there. All the way. And that's just a spring clip. It has like pumps in it that suck the, oops, can't do that. Suck the lock back in, and yeah, she looks good. And now I just got to hook the lever back up. And then we get to continue farting around with the I got to get the clip from the other lock. It's all right. I know there's nothing you can see, but you're riding along with me. This guy has got to go into the lock mechanism loop from the back. Sorry you missed a little bit of that because it was a pain in the ass. But as long as you clean those tracks out, they say on the advertisement from other people doing this that your pulley wheels on here, the plastic wheels that come on these rollers, are too big and you need to sand them or file them. No, you don't. you need to clean the old grease and grit out of the track. And what I used was a wire brush and sprayed it with PB Blaster, or WD-40 will work just fine. And that will give you a nice clean thing to do. Oh, okay. I gotta try to get these bolts lined up. Alright. Now I gotta crank it back the other way. I've got the two rollers and the slide on the window. I dropped the window down so that the rail was in the middle of the hole so I could get in there with the brush and get at it. And now I need to crank on this a little bit more. I'm bleeding like a pig now that I ripped myself apart on that. And now I just turn that, not that I got the top bolt in, to get that in there. All right, and now I'm cranking it up, and this top hole is now lining up for the middle bracket of the actuator, the regulator. That should be a 1/2 inch. Yep. And technically the bottom hole should be lined up. Which it is. And it seems like after I tighten these up, and now I've got the last 2 bolts on the last rail here to I'm going to take this off and see how it works. All right, he's got to connect. Right here. All right, and those are just 2 nuts. Can't believe we're almost done. Whoop-de-doo, huh? Well, I'll know exactly how to do the other one. That's the jim jam of that. All right. And you can't push the window down. That's what we were going for. Look at that. Woohoo! And the window goes up all the way and stays. All right, guys, we got the lock in, we got the door actuator, and I have to do the other side. I guess you guys don't necessarily need to watch me do that. I got to send a video to the wife. She comes out and helps me once in a while, but she don't have much interest in this car otherwise. It's supposed to be her car, but such as it is. I found a rubber thing here and I don't know what it is. All right, now we're going to pause a minute. Just to reiterate what you need to do inside of this to make those track wheels fit. Again, do not sand or grind your track wheels. You need to clean the track. So I sprayed PB Blaster in here like so. Fortunately, it's not spraying very good. Then I took this little wire brush, Harbor Freight gem here, And I can see it's getting down to bare metal in there, you know, get rid of the black and gunk, and because just the end of these tracks gets used. The wheels only come in about 4 inches. And so, I'm cleaning out these tracks because I'm sure they're full of gunk and dust and everything that comes down from the windows builds up in the grease, right? So getting the tip down in there is the important part too. All right, so that's all I'm showing you. I'm gonna wipe it out with some so I've gotten the guts out of this. Just took out the 4 bolts, 6 bolts. Had to slide the top roller all the way to the back, and I had to pry it out of the slot because there's not a lot of room for it. Then slide it forward and take the roller out of the front. And then, of course, all the bolts and stuff had to come out first. Make sure you roll your window up and clamp it up like halfway, you know, so the bottom of it's like in here. And another trick I'm going to show you as I had to do on the other ones, I had to grind a little bit on the end of the arm, but I'll show you that. All right, so I got to try to get in there, and let's see if I can show you. See the way the lock clips on there, and there's that flat spring thing that holds it in the place. Excuse me. So I've got to pry that thing off. I can see how I got to pry it now with a screwdriver. Here, but and get it loose. I'll just lay this instruction sheet down. This one needs that. Okay, so this is my lock set. And that's clipped on there already. I got to put the gasket on it. So I don't need that clip. That's the trunk and the ignition. There it is. Okay. We need this little flat gizzy. And I know it goes in from the back because I just looked at it. So I'm just going to hook it on the edge of the table because it's kind of tight. Just hook it on the edge of the table and pop it in. There we go. Because it kind of expands like one of those plastic anchors. All right. Then we've got our fancy blue stuff on there, and now we need to put the gasket on. I'm trying to get the flange in the groove. And not tipping backwards, but tipping forward. See the way it's tipping backwards like? I guess that'll drive in when we drive this thing into the key slot. I don't know. I'm going to try to do it with some pliers here. Okay. I just got it squared up on there. So now we got to go put it back in the door and snap this thing on, which ain't a fun treat. So you can't watch me. I'm just going to set you up out here. Get this guy in the door in the proper position. What I did last time is I used this 2x2 and hammer, or maybe I just flooded it with my hand. Alright. So where'd my flashlight go? Yeah, it's over there, of course. Battery's almost ready to die. So if you die in the middle of this, you're not missing much. There's some little swearing maybe. I can't see nothing in there. It's on the wrong side, you know what I mean? See if I got it positioned correctly. It appears that I do. One on. Yep. Let's see if she looks square in the hole. Oh yeah. The rubber gasket looks like shit, but you know. Cheap Chinese knockoff stuff. Now I gotta try to get the rod in the armhole here. Oh, and flipped. There. That is done. Wow. I'm gonna try to spray some goo on all the lock parts. My spray, don't spray normal. I can't close the door because I've got the glass clamped and the clamp gets in the crack of the door. So I can't do that. Okay, so now I got to show you what I got to do to the regulator. All right, so the problem we have, and I had it on the other one, so I'm going to fix it on this. This is the main arm, and if you notice, I'll get you over here so you can see. There's square corners on this. Well, when you're trying to put that thing in, it comes up against a metal bracket, and it stops it from going back far enough to drop in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the grinder and I'm going to grind those corners out. And those are just it's not like it's doing anything, that metal. So there, I just ground that off a little bit. I'm going to stand in front of you first. Make sure that's not causing any interference. And I'm going to take a file to it and deburr it. Make sure that I don't have anything here that could interfere. And that's nice and smooth. All right. It's ready to go back in. I got to clean out the other rail. Hold on here. and grown. I'm going to do this with a garbage can. I'm almost out of solvents of any kind. But this stuff actually works pretty good. And I'm going to get right down in those rails. Now this is the same thing you got to do on the big rail. It's inside the door. Now that was obviously the top, because that was very smooth. This must be the bottom. Now we just take these paper towels, and you can see it gets right down to bare metal. Oh yeah. So don't grind your plastic wheels, clean the tracks. All right. So he's all set to go. All right. Now the process that I learned from the other window. Why is it? I'm going to drop this window down a little more now so I can see the track a little better. And all right. And I'm going to lube that track. And I can see it from down here, so that's good. Somewhere here is my brush. Back here in the dirt, of course. Good place for it. And I'm using Sil Glide, which is a silicone grease. Tracks with this little acid brush. And I'm going to put a little bit on the rollers too. In the top, get it down to the bottom. All right, and I'm going to lube up my little one. All right. Sharp. I'm going to put a little on the wheels. So there's 3 wheels on this. They got a little Sil Glide on them. So this guy's got to go down here. Yes. Okay. Make sure you get your X turn the right way before you put it in the door. Now, first we got to get it. I'm pretty sure it has to go into this front track first. Why do they make these things impossible? Maybe I need to let this down a little farther because it's right at a level here where shit. You know, this is why you need a friend to help you once in a while. And straighten this out more. This needs to be straighter. It's hitting in the bottom too much or something, I don't know. So put it so it's all the way to the bottom. Try it that way. Yeah, I think I'm going to get it this time. Yeah, they got that one in. That's the way to do it. Crank it so it looks like it's all the way up. Now I gotta get it fast. What the hell's hitting in the back? Alright. There we go. Sunny Beach is in. Oh, now I gotta go up. Hey Siri. Text Nancy, I need help. Hey babe. You gotta go all the way up, but I gotta help lift this, so all this shit's gonna fall out, so it's gonna be a shit show. Oh yeah, I'm gonna clamp that. Pull it all the way out. Then you turn it, you have to turn it all the way out. And we're gonna try to put the rubber one back in anyway, now that I get this out of here. Keep going up. Pull up the back here. It's wedged. Hold on now. I gotta try to find the hole, she said.
too.
Hmm?
You need to get the top back up.
Yeah, I'm about it.
It's supposed to be stored with the top up.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Worry about it.
Won't hurt nothing. Oh, they lined right up. Good, good. There you go, Emperor. Yeah, good, good. Why isn't that line enough? Oh, there we go. Bingo.
Putting it back together.
Now, yeah.
Oh.
Now I need to just crank it down. Where'd it go? It doesn't want to come down. Okay, I need to get this guy. Is it going the other way? Why won't that move? Something's fucked up here. Oh, it's almost in. Whatever I did, it worked. Let's see if she works now. Of course, fucking crank it. Go away. It's fucking here. It's tight. I think there's something out of adjustment back here.
It's always tight.
Well, I think it's this. There's a bracket that runs here, the rail that it actually runs in. I'm just gonna goo the shit out of it.
I'm gonna jump and juice.
I ain't gonna get no jumping. It does feel kind of crusty.
Gotta change the lock too.
The lock's already changed. Gotta do that first. Because once you got all this shit back in there, you can't. Oh, duh. It's doing all right now. You won't come down on you. Let's check the lock to see if that works. Working.
Goes the other way.
Next year. We got it halfway on, so what the hell? And that's all you do. You should line these up with them calls. And see their little springy things? And there's two missing down here, but these are really loose too. Now what I wanted to do, it don't matter on this side. Okay, I'm looking for a screw just like the screw I put in that other one. And I pulled the thing out and it could be right here on the floor. The little shiny screw. Here's how you hold your door lock in. This thing just slips in behind it. And those bumps are springs. They suck it back in. It's just exactly the same way that a brake hose, those other things I showed you that look like that but smaller, hold your brake lines. Oh, that won't gonna work. You see the Phillips one? I still can't believe I lost that effing screw. This one ain't exactly right because if you push on it, you can feel it rock. It's like the point is too pointy. Liberty, what's on this agenda for dinner tonight?
Leftovers.
I got tenderloin steaks.
Yes, you do. There's leftover potatoes.
These will also work with the clip style, I can tell by the handle. Oh, wait a minute, there's a screw in it. There's a brand new screw in it. Saints be praised. Isn't that great? They supplied a new screw. Now, how'd the other one go in if it... This one must be a mistake. Because that's a totally different screw than the one that I put in there. So there you go. That's going to drive that baby on there tight. Nice. So, I'm going crazy over a non-problem. Push down.
Cool.
I'm done.
Alrighty.
I'm going to leave everything right where it is. All right, guys, the doors and windows are done. Time to make videos, isn't it? I found the screw. It was in the damn regulator. Oh well. All right, guys.